What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, you guys, we're going to be talking about Britney Spears because there are a lot of tea-filled updates that we need to discuss. So first of all, you guys, we need to talk about Britney's latest reunion with her mom, Lynne Spears. Multiple reports confirmed that Lynne was actually here in LA this past weekend celebrating Britney's 42nd birthday with her. We also have a new report from People magazine that's giving us a little more insight into the reconciliation and how Lynne and Britney's relationship is going. Because shocker to no one, despite those two seemingly reconciling, not all is perfect. Similar to how all is absolutely not perfect when it comes to Britney's relationship with her father, Jamie Spears. You guys, news actually broke today that Jamie Spears had to have his leg amputated, and there's conflicting reports on how Britney Spears is reacting to that. On one hand, TMZ is reporting that Britney Spears is softening towards her father and that a reconciliation might be imminent, while Page 6 is saying that's absolutely not true. I'm sure you guys can already guess where I fall on that issue, but it's not time to pop off yet. First, you guys know, because this is the first pop off of the week, I have to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, you guys, I woke up feeling just a tinge under the weather. I think it's due to a lack of sleep. For those of you who watched my live happy hour hang yesterday, you know that I just got back from Kansas City. We had some really early flight times. Also, whenever we're back home and we're with our childhood friends, sleeping is like the least of our priorities because we want to maximize our time together. So I think my body's just exhausted. So I'm just telling you guys now, we're actually spilling and drinking the literal tea today for today's pop off. So you know it's gonna be good. But enough about me, you guys, because we really do need to get into these Britney Spears updates. So straight to the tea, people, go ahead and drop this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Britney Spears facts. Okay, so as you all know, Britney Spears' relationship with her parents has definitely been a tense one ever since she was put under a conservatorship for 13 years of her life. And obviously, ever since that conservatorship has been lifted, Britney Spears has been trying to find her footing with the people and the relationships that she has in her life, including the relationships with her parents. Now, first up, we're going to talk about Britney's relationship with her mom, Lynne Spears, because y'all know I like to start with a little positivity before we get to the negativity. But back in May, in case y'all forgot, Britney Spears actually wrote on Instagram about how her mom, Lynne, showed up at her doorstep and was trying to repair her relationship with Britney. And now it appears as though things have slowly continued to get better between Britney and Lynne, because Lynne made headlines over the weekend for attending Britney Spears' 42nd birthday celebration here in LA. Lynne was reportedly seen leaving Kate Hudson's house. Kate Hudson is Britney's good friend and manager, and that's where she was reportedly celebrating her birthday alongside her mom, Lynne, and her brother. Now, sources initially told TMZ that everything went well with Britney and her birthday celebration until Britney had to rush her dog to the vet at 2 a.m. after the dog allegedly cut its paw. Britney actually talked about this on her Instagram as well. She talked about how she just threw on Kate Hudson's clothes to go to the vet and how she didn't look her best. Now, after all of that, and when Lynne was on her way back to Louisiana, she did speak to TMZ at the airport. She opened up a little bit about meeting up with Britney and celebrating her birthday with her. She said that it felt, quote, wonderful to spend time with Britney and that Britney is, quote, happy. She didn't really elaborate any further. Now, in addition to that, like I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video, you guys, we have this brand new report from People magazine that's giving us a little more insight into Britney and Lynne's reconciliation. For example, this People magazine source said that Lynne is, quote, really making an effort to be in Britney's life. This insider then went on to say that Britney is still hurt because she feels like her mom could have done more to help her during the conservatorship, obviously, but Britney has very few friends, so therefore she needs to be with her family. This People magazine source went on to say, quote, her mom does love her, there's no doubt about that, but this source also noted that Britney is very stubborn, which I thought was interesting. Anyway, you guys, this insider noted that Lynne is very apologetic to Britney and that she takes full blame, which I think is good. Then this insider ended their info saying, quote, Lynne is really making an effort to be in Britney's life. Britney likes spending time with her. They have a complicated relationship, but it seems like they both need each other. See, like I said, definitely on the more positive side. Now, on the flip side of that, you guys, let's talk about Britney's alleged relationship with her father, Jamie Spears. Because shocker to no one, it's definitely not as happy as the one that's allegedly going on with her mom, Lynne. So according to a new report from TMZ that dropped today, you guys, Jamie Spears had to have his leg amputated after a massive infection in it that's lasted for weeks and kept him in the hospital. According to sources who spoke to TMZ, doctors were trying to contain the infection, but they couldn't. He reportedly had 5 unsuccessful surgeries before the doctors made the decision to amputate Jamie's leg. Now, according to TMZ, you guys, Jamie is not doing well. He's had other ailments that they report have only gotten worse due to the stress that he's been under because of all the criticism he's received from the conservatorship. TMZ says their sources claim that Britney has, quote, softened toward her dad recently, and that there have been times when she said she misses her dad, and once she's even allegedly talked about sending him money to help him out. Of course, this TMZ report also says their sources claim that Jamie wants nothing more than a reconciliation with Britney and that he harbors no ill will. TMZ then went on to report, quote, Britney misses her family, and now that she's told her truth in her memoir, she wants to reconnect. Jamie would be the last piece of that puzzle. Now, as I mentioned, there's some conflicting reports when it comes to Britney's status with her dad, and page 6 is actually pointing out that it seems odd that Britney would be softening towards her father and considering a reconciliation, considering the fact that the two are still actually in an active legal battle regarding allegations made against him during the conservatorship. In addition to that, you guys, let's not forget that Britney did not hold back when calling out her dad, Jamie Spears, in her memoir. She made several allegations against him and how he allegedly mistreated her. So I feel like we can't totally write those allegations off either. And as a source told Page 6, quote, the book and her posts about detesting her father speak for themselves. Yes, they absolutely freaking do. Obviously, you guys can tell I'm dying to pop off about this. So we're gonna go ahead and make this pop off official. We're gonna pop off with tea because, like I said, I need it. And cheers, you guys. Let's get into this. I'm drinking Trader Joe's Moroccan mint green tea. Okay, so first of all, in regards to Britney's relationship with her dad, Jamie Spears, I am on team she is not softening towards her dad. And I definitely for damn sure don't believe for 1 second that she's considering sending this man money to help him out. This man allegedly and reportedly took millions of dollars from Britney Spears when he was in charge of her conservatorship. So if he doesn't have any money left after that, I kind of feel like that's a Jamie Spears problem. Or whose ever problem it is, it definitely isn't Britney's, which I know sounds harsh, and I do feel slightly mean whenever those words come out of my mouth, especially given what we've learned about his health today. I obviously think that sounds horrible what he's going through, but I think it's very unfair for TMZ to try to almost use Jamie's health scare in order to make Britney feel like she needs to be doing something, she needs to be reconciling, she needs to be sending him money. I just feel like that's what this report is kind of trying to do, and I don't really think that's fair to her. Just because his health is suffering doesn't mean that Britney Spears now needs to forget everything that this man put her through and be at his bedside. And if I can be really completely honest with you guys, I think it's very clear whose pocket TMZ is pulling from whenever you read their report about Jamie's leg amputation. Because in addition to them trying to allude to the fact that Jamie's current state is in large part due to the stress of criticism he's received because of the conservatorship, they also had this line in their report and they're saying, remember, Jamie Spears is the one who left Louisiana and moved to help Britney back in 2007. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and he made millions of dollars when he made that sacrifice to go help his daughter. So let's just go ahead and relax. Whatever Britney Spears wants to do when it comes to her relationship with her father is absolutely 1000% up to her. It's her prerogative, and I personally don't believe or feel like she should be forced or pressured into reconciling with her dad because of what is currently going on with his health. Now, as far as her relationship with her mom, Lynne Spears, I personally feel like it sounds like a really big work in progress, which I think is fair. You know, there's a lot of hurt here when you look at Britney's relationship with her mom. I do believe that Britney feels like her mom should have done more. I do believe like Britney feels like her mom should have advocated for her more. And I like the fact that this People magazine source said that Lynne is taking ownership of things and that Lynne is treading lightly when it comes to her relationship with Britney, and that Lynne is apologetic, because I do feel like that's probably the right way that Lynne should be approaching a potential reconciliation with Britney. You know, you can't really forgive someone and move on if someone doesn't take ownership of their actions. So I'm happy to hear that Lynne is at least owning up to things that she may or may not have done. However, I will say the one thing I did not love, you guys, is the fact that Lynne spoke to TMZ at the airport after she left Britney's celebration. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a yellow flag to me, but I do think that Britney needs people in her life. I do think that Britney needs people she can trust in her life, and I do think she really doesn't have very many people. I mean, I know she has Kate Hudson, which my feelings on him are honestly, I don't know, something in my gut doesn't feel the best, but I feel like he's one of the few people who Britney does feel like she can trust and does feel like she can count on. I'm happy she has him, but I'm just saying, I do feel like she needs more people in her life who she can lean on and trust. I feel like her relationship with her brother is going really well. It sounds like she's trying to work on her relationship with her mom. In that report from TMZ about how Lynne spoke to them at the airport, a source did share that Britney did also invite Jamie Lynn to her birthday, but that Jamie Lynn was out of town, which y'all know how I feel about Jamie Lynn. Definitely major red flags when it comes to her. But if Britney feels like she can forgive her family for what she claims they did to her, who are we to say that that's the wrong choice? I just hope that it all works out and that they actually have good intentions. I mean, obviously, I believe you should be able to trust your family regardless, but when it comes to Britney, that has not always been the case. So, you know, I just hope everything works out for her. I think at the very least, her relationship with her brother is probably the best one. I'm skeptical about Lynne. I'm skeptical about Jamie Lynn for sure. And honestly, when it comes to her dad, I really don't see them reconciling. But again, that's just me. Honestly, you guys, I'll just be sitting here wishing the best for Britney and her relationships with some of her family members. But obviously, y'all know when anything major happens with any of them or Britney, I'll be sitting right here to fill you in on it. All right, you guys, that's the latest I have for you on Britney Spears. Please make sure to let me know what you think down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep always coming back here to check out my other videos and my YouTube shorts. If you want to show me a little extra love or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget you can also hit that super thanks button down below. You guys also don't forget I will have a live happy hour hang tomorrow right here on my channel at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, you guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!